sharing some valuable input as well. Okay. So yeah, so what I was telling is this, that w3schools.org, I think Priyaji has shared. Go ahead, and nowadays SQL has become very, very, very easy. Anyone can do it. Earlier there used to be, I think I'm repeating this, right? So earlier it used to be case sensitive. Earlier it used to be, every single statement will be, and it requires to be ended with semicolon or colon or something like that. But now there is no need. What you need to do, you are writing a query, you are selecting the piece of query, and you are running that query, and you are getting the result. So SQL has become much more easy. But during the interview, you should go ahead with this level of confidence. If Priyanka, I'm interviewing you, that okay, fine, do you have any idea about SQL? So you may end up saying that there are two ways. One way is that uh, get into shell, feel scared, and just say no. Okay, that's one point. Second point, well, SQL, yeah, there SQL itself has seen a journey, wherein earlier it was very complex, and now things have made so much easy that even on Google, it every complex things are there. But the simple thing starts with select star from the table. I think
Yes.
everyone might have heard this. So,
Yes.
so in every single table, what you are going, you are getting down narrower, 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 and you're pulling some data and complex thing you can create. In SQL, one key stuff is that you can remember and share when asked in the interview is this, that the moment I sniff that there is a very complex query need to be written, I always take help of a developer, and this is
Mhm.
very much appreciable answer. Okay. uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So even what happens if it is something related to database testing, ETL, or database migration projects. So there you may end up saying that even for complex SQL query, I always sat beside the developer. Whenever any single act I am going to do, I'm taking help, and they love that you don't work in isolation. You work in group, you work in the team, and that's what agile advocate, that work in a team, work in peer. Okay. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that will give a super level of energy and confidence for you into the interviewer's mind. You are honest, as well as you are sharing that it's not like that I'm zero on this. So much of beautiful stuff, Miss, just now I have shared. You can
Mhm.
just replay the recording, and you can get the as a golden nugget whatever I have shared. It is giving you the confidence, it is giving you that part you are aware of, and still you're not lying that
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank
that's
you,
that's
Pawan.
level of confidence it is giving you. Be very honest, say that complex stuff, developer guy is there, so I always take help of them. And they say, hey, she's talking really sense, because that's where the world has moved now, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pawan. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Amazing. So yes, even though they will ask you should be knowing .NET, go ahead with a small homework and you can crack the interview. Okay. So in last batch, what has happened? See, the thing is what uh, it's a very key thing which I am going to share. What happened last batch was the experience for me. Uh, I believe in over delivering. Everyone can listen. I believe in over delivering, and that's the reason from my end personally. Even though the Be Agile track was over, now that was the time to crack the interview. I had created myself one formula. Its name was Congrats, You Are Hired formula. Okay. It was a 5 days WhatsApp training. So I extended that training just free of cost to other members. Okay. And things which comes for free, rarely people value. Okay, why I extended that for free? Because of course you guys are preparing over here. I appreciated all the time your effort. Okay, the last batch. But what I saw that very rarely people even took that as seriously. Okay, and that really did not led me towards this uh, compulsion to ask other guys to, hey, uh, I have something for you. That's a value addition. Go ahead and do it. Only, but I'm still why I'm sharing with this hope that this will help you. I may extend the similar thing with you, but provided, are you ready to spend every single day once your stuff will get over, once your training will get over? Can you spend 20 minutes by your own to understand what is that framework I'm talking about? If you understand that, you can complete that. That will be huge help in towards a leap into the career. Okay, not everyone could
Yes.
complete that. Yeah, so just
Gauravji,
wanted
but
to
I
share.
just have a small request into that.
Yeah.
So I was very much involved into that,
Okay.
um, but remember, you guys used to close the window. So I mean, I'm not blaming anyone,
Uh-huh.
but that was the most challenging part for us because I was at my work and it was so difficult for me to keep
Ha.
posting the pictures. So if
Yeah.
you could keep the WhatsApp group open for the entire time, that will be really helpful.
Oh yeah, so
That's the only thing I felt
yeah.
that
Oh
because I
yeah.
was writing that every day,
Hmm.
but I was not able to share that. So
Yes,
I
yes.
don't feel get connected because of that reason, because I was not able to share my things.
Okay, yeah, because that was the time zone part, maybe. So
Yeah,
how
at the
this?
time zone part, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so how this thing happens, I'm just giving you idea. So
Mm-hmm,
the one which Dipti is sharing is about 5 days congress your hard formula course. So it runs on WhatsApp. And what happens exactly, people in India, if I'll open that up during your sleep hour, they may end up bombarding their messages. So I have to be very much careful. I need not to open those WhatsApp group every time, now and then. and uh,
mm-hmm.
and that's the
Okay.
reason, means it gets opened only for a certain period of time. However, now that you are not part of the latest group, I won't be pulling you in the latest group, but I will
Mm-hmm,
be opening for this batch. You guys are listening to it, so I will open everything for you. So you have to
mm-hmm,
go ahead by your own. You won't feel that there is a 5 days of guided instruction coming up. So I will open all the URLs, but every single day I'll be posting those guidelines on your personal window on WhatsApp. Take it up
mm-hmm.
with your own energy, take it up with your own space and pace. And you can think of publishing the result with me, so that's okay. So it's only, the thing is what, I will open it up for you. So it will be with you, for you to take the step ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dipti,
yeah, 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 yeah. Or
that's
we can directly share that to you, as you mentioned,
yes,
so
yes.
that we don't have to worry about the group
Mm.
opening on Tuesday
Yeah,
part.
yeah, because you
That
guys
will be great.
yeah, and you guys have access to me. Okay, not
Right, exactly.
everyone, the other people did not have access to me. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
so only
mm-hmm,
4 or 5 people were there, so they had some access to me. So that's
mm-hmm,
why,
mm-hmm.
since you have access, you can post it. So nothing
Sure.
to
Thank
worry.
you so much for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
welcome, welcome. So did you guys get some idea that what I was talking about, and where you may end up getting into after immediately your some decided track gets over? You will get some
Yeah.
framework, some formula to know that
Sure.
how you
Mm.
can get help into cracking a interview. Okay, cool. So thank you so much, and let's start. Any question further before we get started? Because that was the part also of preparation towards you to get ahead towards interview cracking mode. Yeah, so can we start?
Yes, Gauraji, but where is Prerna ji
So
today?
Prerna ji, I think won't be joining in because some unexpected stuff. Okay,
Okay.
I'm unable to connect with her, and it's Mumbai very much raining.
Yeah,
So
maybe because of that. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. So maybe because of that, so was not able to do that. But
Okay.
yeah, but now are you ready, guys? Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
good evening, Gaurav. Yeah.
Awesome. Good evening, Bobby. So yeah, this recording started. So very warm welcome on the 12th day of Agile Scrum track, including the business analyst. Today we are ending the Agile Scrum track, and this will be the final session. Even this will be the final session. We will be learning a lot. We will be talking a lot, and will be knowing some answer to the question you might have. Okay, so why today's date is very crucial, because what we are going to learn is all about planning and estimate. Okay, so on this note, I'm going to start, and before I start, I have something to ask you guys to do, and that is through physical movement. And I know that you are aware that what I'm going to ask you. Okay, so just give me a second, and let me share my screen. But before I do that, um, let me find the tool. So are you able to see the screen, by the way, what you are seeing?
Yes, we can see estimation.
Yeah, estimation.
Okay, cool. So yeah, before we get started, let's do this. Give yourself a high five, stating that I am a quick learner at the count of three. 1, 2, 3, go and say, I am a quick
I'm a quick
learner.
Quick
learner.
learner.
I'm a quick learner.
If anyone
I'm a quick
can
learner.
learn anything in this entire world, I too can learn that. Yeah, if anyone
Anyone
If
can.
anyone can
if
learn in
anyone
this
can
world,
learn
I
Anyone,
can too.
Anyone
anyone
can
can
learn
learn
anything.
I
Awesome.
too
that I
can
can
Awesome.
do.
learn it.
Amazing. So you are ready now, and let me share my screen. And this is very vital part which I generally do. And this kind of stuff you will find, it may sound unrelatable to you, but in any international training you will find this kind of activity. Okay, so before we get into the estimation stuff, let me ask you this thing and be honest with that. How many of you are already and every single day listening to Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret of the World, the URL I had shared? Be honest, it's nothing that you have to always, you will every day find time. Sometime they may go hectic. Only the thing is what? You will have to restart for next 30 days. So yeah, who is
I am
doing it?
listening to that. I'm
Every
listening to
single.
that. But I always, yeah, every
Okay.
single day I'm listening to that.
Okay.
And but I just listen to that in a fast track mode. But still, that's
Awesome.
fine actually, because I am able to digest everything what he's saying.
Amazing. And you are listening to the recording which I have shared with you, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
amazing. Yeah. Who else? Thank you, Dipti, for being
And
honest. We have.
sometimes I listen to that Hindi recording also, which I
Okay.
shared that with Priyanka also. But I don't know. For some reason I found that very interesting.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
fine. That's
so
fine.
yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Honestly, like I am not doing it so quickly, but
okay.
yes, I did it. Like try to do it, but to be very honest, especially this week has been.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Just because you got started, Priyanka, that's a good stuff, but it's easy to, get paused. So that's the reason I generally recommend. And ask yourself a question. I think I have shared this with earlier guys. Even your track gets over, you have to keep this in mind until you get the job. I still listen to it. I started very long back. I started it 2 years back, but I still listen to it. I listen to my voice. Okay, sometime I go to original track as well, but I listen to my voice. I love that, listening to that, because my voice has brought a lot many simplicity what I could not find in the original track of Earl Nightingale itself. So that's the reason I recommend it to my entire student. So I have more than 150 paid clients, 7,000 other list of the people who are in touch. So they also get up these things. So many of them listen to it. So that's okay. But the only important thing is about when we end up not doing it, when we get influenced by our outer world, that is towards negativity, that's towards not positivity, I mean to say. And we don't even realize, and that what Earl Nightingale has somewhere mentioned in his talk, that If you find that you are not able to complete that, that's the indicator. Okay, that's the indicator for you to tell somewhere outer world has impacted you. Even though if you get this realization while you are getting to the bed, and you realize, okay, it's okay to, get impacted by that. Okay, it's okay to get impacted by that. You will end up realizing it, accepting the truth, and getting into the mode of mode of restarting it. So that's the message. So if you think that you can restart it, never ever give up on to that you don't want to,
Sorry, Gaurav, yes, I'll try to.
okay. So that's the one parameter, that's one thing which will help you to keep moving on. This works in a very subliminal way, very subtle way, and that thing you cannot realize the power of itself. Okay, and this message is for everyone. So good evening, Rahul. So today is the last day for Agile Scrum track. Okay, and we were discussing what all the context which is required to be in that position of Agile Scrum. And yeah, on Monday onwards, the BA track will continue. You can join it, you can continue that. Okay, and today we are getting into estimation mode, right? So in the estimation mode, what is very, very important is you should know there are variety of estimation technique. Few things we spoke up last time, and I'm not sure we spoke up all the things or not, but estimation is important stuff. Let me go back to the previous slides which we had done. So we ended up at daily stand up, and there we gave you home play. How many of you remembered that you needed to complete the homework? That's the first question. And then I'll ask how many of you have completed. But the first thing first, how many did you remember that you had been given some homework? Who
Every
remember that?
single hour. Every
Oh,
single hour.
wow,
I was thinking
amazing.
about that.
Yeah, I
Amazing. Give a round of applause. Yeah, Priyanka. Priyanka, I think you will have to bring mic closer to you, because I'm always experiencing that at your
Yeah,
end.
sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay.
somehow, I think the internet keeps, I don't know at this point, this time, but I'll do my best to bring the mic closer when I'm talking.
Oh, no worries, no worries. That's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, please complete. So you were saying something about this exercise, this.
Yeah, I actually thought, Gaurav, we were doing that for the vision, the vision
Okay.
one. So I actually did the homework for the other slide, the one in which you gave us
Okay.
the sample for the vision, right? All who and unlike, like, and all that. So I did for that, not for this actually.
Oh,
I did
okay.
for the other
So
slide, but it's okay. Yeah.
yeah, for vision is a statement of work, and I think for that I had shared you the what I had shared you this
You
what.
shared the example for the
Yeah, template I had shared you. I googled
Yes,
that,
yes,
shared the template. That's one. And second thing what I needed, it's all about user story. You need to create work on the user story, and that's very, very important. And I'm glad that Dipti said she could remember and she did it. So even though you missed to do it for user story, you will be continuing on Monday. That's the good news. And then you can come up with that. I will personally review that. I would request Dipti to submit that. Just if you have written it or digitally, then please submit that. Or in case you have written on the notepad or notebook, just take a picture of that and submit that. You have choices two are the places, two places you can submit. Either submit it directly in the BAQA, that's the recommended place. And second, if you wish to post it in person, you can do that, but I will recommend that post it into the group so that it will shake the, as Devji says, sleeping kumbhkarnas. Okay. So
Okay. So, but Gauraji, no. What I
yeah,
think
yeah.
you misunderstood me, I guess. I was continuously thinking about the homework, but
Okay.
I have no idea whether I understood that correctly or not, or whether I
Ah,
did that homework correctly or not. I did it, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm correct or not. So you have to
okay.
tell me. But I was honestly, I was ready to listen to Bobby G's answer, so that I thought that, oh, you know what, if he goes early, then I can definitely check my answer if I'm right or wrong.
Okay, no worries.
Sorry,
So,
Bobby.
uh, no worries, Dipti. I totally understand when things are first time. You need this is the mind's game that it says that it goes into approval. If someone approves it, it means I'm right, and then you feel confident to move ahead. Okay, because it is first time. But yeah, anytime you can share that with me if you think that that's
Yes,
okay.
okay.
Then you can republish it into the bigger group. Will
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So who else remember? Bobby, could you do that exercise? Did you remember? Did you find time? I know there would be
Uh,
multiple things.
uh, Gaurav, I do apologize because I was extremely busy since last evening, and
Okay.
today also I struggled to reach here on time.
Oh,
So I
that's
really apologize. Yeah.
no worries. I totally understand. The good part is that all you are also continuing on Monday, so you are not excused. Come on Monday with the prepared one. Okay, for
Yes, yes,
you and for Priyanka as well. Did you get that, guys? Yeah,
yes, yes.
Priyanka, you are going to do it for user story.
Yes, on Monday, I'll
Yeah,
I'll be doing
amazing, awesome.
Maybe if I
Uh,
do it before Monday, then I could just send you on, WhatsApp.
yeah, do that, and once I say or show the thumbs up, be ready to post that into the bigger group. That's a BAQA, a QA group. It's not only about your communication, my communication is about you impacting other people as well, and that's the exact same thing you are going to get doing when you are placed in any corporate. Okay, because you don't know you are impacting in your organization, and that starts from here, from now. Okay,
Yeah.
it's
So,
not. Yeah, Bobby.
so Gaurav, we need to do the study of like how the user story is created.
So I had shared this format with you
Hmm.
in the
Hmm.
earlier session, that any
Yeah.
user story should be
Hmm.
translated like this. As a user,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
can perform this activity so that it will impact the business value, and gave you the example of, 5 people sitting on the view dashboard so that they can see the current balance. And I created out of that user story, I created 5 different user story for one epic was view dashboard to see the current balance. And who
Yeah.
5 user story generated as a cashier, I can view dashboard to see the current balance. What
Hmm.
else?
Yeah.
For tailor, for
Yeah.
who else? For
For
cust-
director, for manager,
yeah,
branch
branch
manager,
manager.
manager, director. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so branch, there were five users: branch manager, tailor, cashier, customer, and customer support. You guys remember now? Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay. So good morning, Prerna ji. People were waiting for hear your voice, and someone asked me, where
A
is?
very good evening and very good morning to you, Gauravji. I'm
Yeah,
extremely sorry. Here it's raining
yeah,
crazily. My
that's what I told.
electricity,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
my electricity went off. Sadly,
yeah.
my phone was shut down. और मैं
Oh.
आधे घंटे से Wi-Fi on, मतलब we just couldn't do it.
Yeah. I
So
just
now it
told
is
them.
back.
Yeah, I just
Yes.
told them that it's raining heavily in Mumbai. Maybe because of that, we are not
You
able
won't
to get.
believe there was some horrible lightning striking. मतलब हम
Whoa.
उसके ही आवाज से उठे 6:30 बजे. And when we woke up, there was no light. अभी भी luckily आ गई है because there is no sunlight per se. It's just थोड़ा सा morning light है. But I'm happy I could
Yeah,
join. I'm extremely sorry, guys.
that's
Nature उसके आगे कुछ नहीं कर सकते. I
yes,
just
yes,
couldn't help it.
that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Please
Yeah.
continue. I was listening what you were
Yeah.
saying. So I just as I.
So yeah, and yes, so coming back to this point, Bobby, not only this user story part, also it becomes important when you write the acceptance criteria, because business
Yeah.
analysts are supposed to take a note of that every single user story is complementing the acceptance criteria, and acceptance criteria is the parameter, and that's what do you indicator for you to understand that your user story is completed. When you develop that every single activity, and when you go to the final day, or QA goes to the final day after the testing, to the acceptance criteria, which was written by business analysts, and they identified. Now that is done. So the moment acceptance criteria is done, they go ahead, strike through, and they write in front of that done. So what they will see over here on those acceptance criteria, that given an user, when dashboard is view, then they can see what? They can see the current balance. So in this similar manner, even the customer, this acceptance criteria will be written for every single user. Okay. So user story, easy way. Acceptance criteria, easy way. Yeah. Anything over
And,
here?
And once the acceptance criteria happens and everything has been accepted, and then the QA makes the anticipated checklist that from his point of view, he has also done the homework that I need to check these things, and these are the anticipated things I need to be careful while checking once the product is developed. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. See,
Yes.
user story is the parent. Okay. User story is the parent, and it will have subtask, task, and activities. And that will be assigned to developers, that will be assigned to business analyst, and that will be assigned to testers as well. So what every single person will do, they will perform their activity. The user story will be written in this format, and the acceptance criteria will be written in this format, but its child number one will point towards the developer, where he will be assigned a design activity, coding activity, okay, unit testing activity. Okay, that's three activities under user story as a children assigned to dev. Second, the same user story will be assigned to whom? This will be assigned to tester team, but exactly the user story will remain assigned to product owner or business analyst, but its children are the ones who will be assigned to these dev or testers. So and children could be what? That could be tasks, subtasks, activities, and all. Okay, so for developer we have assigned. Now for tester, it will be test case writing, it will be test case review, it could be test execution post the everything has been developed, and then QA sign off. So these three stuff. The same thing can be assigned to what architect, if she required to develop something. The same another child can be assigned to DevOps team, that once QA signs off on this date, it has to be released and rolled towards the deployment. So this is how the 11 items have been created inside one user story as a task, subtask. User story may remain assigned to business analyst or product owner. However, every single task or activity will go to the respective team members. And once they mark it done, every single thing is entirely done inside the user story, that is with the children, then user story can also be marked as a done. Okay, did you get that? Did it bring some visibility? Yeah.
Yes. And Gaurav, one more thing. Do the QA and the other developers has the access to product backlog?
So product backlog is generally not entirely open with everyone. They get the access, they get to see the product backlog during the sprint meeting only. Okay, so as the thing is that it's all about QA's approach. The QAs are kind of a guy, they keep on digging in the stuff. Things are available for you. Things are available for you. You can go ahead, get the access, get to see to that. Okay, but generally these are revealed in the sprint planning session. So product owner directly may not talk about that. Okay, but in every single sprint planning, he will talk about that. He will design everything. He will open about the entire product backlog item written already in Jira. But if you know how to access that, you can get to know, and you can anticipate the upcoming requirement as well. But that won't be
Yeah,
talked to
yeah,
you
yeah.
until the sprint planning continues. Yeah, Prerna, would you like to add something on this? Yeah, Bobby, coming back to you.
Uh,
No, no, I'm good. Please
Basically,
continue.
what I was trying to visualize is product backlog is like a pack of cards, and during each sprint, the product owner uh, comes out with new cards. These are the 3 new cards, and you guys need to work on it.
Yeah, and every time this analogy which you are sharing becomes as a mastercard. He shows up only one card at a time. Okay, so because that's a good thing you have pointed out, and that is tending towards the planning stuff that we are going to learn today, that will call
Okay, great,
it as planning poker. So yeah, anything else before we move ahead towards the estimation? Because before we move ahead into the estimation, these things has to be crystal clear at your end, and that's why I encourage each one of you to ask question. Okay.
Yes.
So now, since we are ready, now it's your responsibility, Rahul, to pay attention and tell us your experience, because that is going to add a lot of value, not only to you, not only to the other people, to entire floor, to learn from you that what exactly you are experiencing. Have you undergone recently any estimation part? Rahul, if you can listen to us, listen to me. Because we are
Yes, I'm here.
yes, you are audible. So which technique did you guys use, or I know that you recently joined in one organization, so have you undergone any estimation technique yet, or yet to go? Rahul?
Fibonacci we did.
Fibonacci you did, you story point, amazing. So thank you, no worries. So we may talk about that. So there are number of estimation technique. Okay, so one is story sizing, that includes the story point and giving the points to every single user story. Let's see it in a bigger view mode. These are 4 to 5 points. We are only going to talk about that, and you should be aware of that. There is a reason behind that being aware, because you might be asked inside the interview about it, what all the estimation techniques you know. And listen, what I am sharing with you guys is not only the thing. So I will be talking about 5 ways to estimate. Estimation means what? Can someone tell me estimation means what? I had asked this question and repeating and want to hear from you. Okay, if you have understood the same idea. Yeah, who will go? Yeah, Dipti, go ahead.
Estimation is about the time, like how much time it's going to take. At the same time, estimation is about the cost also. But I think you talked about the timing management in estimation.
Yeah, very well said. Yeah, any other answer? What may happen with the estimation? Yeah, Bobby.
Estimation, what I have got a little bit of idea comes with the experience that this user story might take, it can be numbered 1, 2, or 3, or if it is a bigger user story, it can be numbered 5 or 8, but it comes with the experience. Before to start with, we can say this story is worth 8 points, and then once it is finished, and then for future in retrospective, we get to know, oh, next time if this kind of thing comes in, we need to make it 5, not 8, or we need to make it 10 next time because we fell short of the time.
Yeah, well put in and well explained. Yeah, so that's, you're right. But any another answer, anyone, if you want to add? If not, then I will continue. Yeah, we'll continue. Okay, thanks. So thank you, Bobby, and thank you, Dipti. Yeah, you guys were right, but estimate can be scarier thing. Yeah, Priyanka, go ahead.
Yeah, Gaurav. No, I'm just going back to your question. So just adding something that estimation can be with respect to, like, all aspects of project also, like regarding the time, the cost, or
Mhm.
the plan. So the overall planning.
Yeah.
So that's what estimation is, according to me.
Yes. Well said, Priyanka. And technically, if we'll see, estimation is, you all were right. It's all about project planning. It's all about, timing, costing, budgeting, and strengthening and the capacity. Every single item adds to estimation. But as I was telling, it could be the scarier thing. And if you understand the crux, you will find that's the easier thing. Why? Because the name estimate itself reveals that truth. What does it mean? When you are talking about estimate, it cannot be always at to the point. Okay. It cannot be always the exact. Okay. So exact and estimate, both are what? Both are opponent to each other, right? So when you're talking about estimate, you can be dot sure that this has to take this much time only. It is somewhere around that. It's there will be some variation, but you cannot be rigid. Why I'm sharing this? Because this, you need to accept this truth as a project manager or product owner point of view, not as a development team point of view. You need to understand this. And that's the reason in every estimation there are unsaid buffer time given, unsaid. Because product owner won't say to the client that I have added 1.5 buffer. Okay. And this is not I mean a part of the practice, but still this is the practice. Are you getting me, guys? This is not the part of practice, and still this is a practice, that you are adding buffer, but still it is not, it is unsaid addition. Yeah. Priya, you wanted to ask something?
Yeah, yeah, I'm a little not clear. I mean, unclear about this thing that you just told.
Okay. Okay. So any question over here till now?
No, just about the previous thing that you told us, like the unsaid part.
Yeah. So okay, so no question, I think. So I can move further. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Priya. So yeah, that's very, very important, guys. So this is unsaid and still it is understood. Okay. And that happens in every single project. Okay. So as a product owner, you have to keep in this mind, there are ways to estimation. We are going to focus over here only 5 points, and we are not going to focus on any very large or some another stuff. So as you guys got idea last time, that was the about story sizing. So every single user story in a Fibonacci series given some points. Okay. The points are majorly to say that which user story sounds more complex. Okay. And it goes until 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and every single user story cannot be greater than the half of the sprint. Okay. What does it mean? It means that there is a sprint of 2 weeks or 3 weeks, means what? 21 days. Okay. And you find that you are giving user story 21 point. It cannot happen. So the story point can be given up to 11 only, because that's the half of this user stories days. That could go up to what? That could go up to 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 13, and 21. Okay, so it may go up to 8 only, not more than that, because 8 is the smallest number. So let me bring the whiteboard in front of you so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, say for example, there are multiple user story, and these are the ticket 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are indicating to what? Those are indicating to features. Okay, and you find that there are 5 features in totality. The feature number 5 is the most complex one. Okay. And when you will follow those Fibonacci series, and if you find the total days of this sprint is 21 days. Okay. generally it will become the 15 days only, because we consider the working day, means working business days. Okay, so in fact it will become what, 3 weeks. So 21 days it will be understood, but actually the working hours will be 15 days. And when I will call it 15 days, it means what, 3 weeks. Okay, because 5 days of work, that's the practice. So are you with me so far? So 5 days a week, so it means 3 weeks of work. In 3 weeks, 8 hours do you work. Okay, and in this is the being the more complex one. This is 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, what did you find that this is the highest priority stuff, and that's the reason you can give it the maximum story point. The moment you realize the 15 is the latest one, then it should not go beyond 8. Okay, because just half of the 15 or half of the 21 in the Fibonacci series, the number 8 lies. Are you with me so far? Yeah.
Yes.
How did it come?
However,
Yeah.
yeah. Can you
Let
please repeat the last, just the last part
yeah.
again?
Let me write over here the Fibonacci series: 0, 1, then 1, then 2. Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, 2. Now things will be easy. 3, and then 5, and then 8, and then 13, and then 21, and then what, and then 33. Okay, so 33 will be pulled out. Why? Because our user story says that the sprint cannot be more than a month. Okay, and as a agile practice, and that's the reason I pulled away 33. Now coming back to 21, when I am coming back to the 21, what did we find? We find that 21 days means it is not exactly 21 days working days, it will be 15 working days. Okay, because 3 weeks of sprint, when we talk about 3 weeks of sprint, 21 days is okay, but 15 working days should be there. And instead of 8, what we are finding that actually it should be 13, because 13 is the biggest number over here, right? 13 is the biggest number, which is less than 15 and still closer to 21 and 15 as well, both. Okay, 15 days is the working days, and that's the reason what we are going to choose. We are going to choose is this. Okay, the wait, just give me a second, guys. I need to take something. Yeah, I think this will work. Yeah, so these are 13 days. Earlier I wrote what, 8. So it won't be 8, it should be 13, because I am directly taking the number out from the Fibonacci series which is in front of me, and the most complex thing will get the highest story point. Did you get that? What just now I said? So I ended up taking away the numbers which directly did not resonate with the sprint, and that was what, that was 21 and 33. I just pulled them away. Why I took away 21 and 33? Because 33 did not meet with the agile practice. 21, why did I take it away? Because 21, we are not going to work on weekend. Okay, and when we will include weekend, then only it will become 21 days. So if I will understand only business working days, then it comes to 15, and towards 15, the closest Fibonacci series is number 13. And since this is the most complex user story, after understanding its feature during the sprint planning meeting, I am going to vote for it number 13. Okay, now for this user story, every single person will play the vote card. Every single person will vote their understanding about this user story. They may say 8, they may say 5, any single thing, but the majority wins. Again, we will take the average of that and we finalize as final user story point once everyone contributes their what they think about this user story. Does it require 13 user story, or they may come back to 8, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 0, something like that? Are you with me so far? Are you trying to get? Now let me help you to visualize. Imagine you are sitting inside a boardroom. Okay, scrum master is there, product owner is there, and you guys are also sitting. Okay, um Rahul, Priyanka, Bobby, Dipti, and Priya, everyone is sitting over there. Okay, now Scrum Master speaks that it's now time to give the choose the complex user story. Now, say for example, I pull the card, like Bobby said that from the um, cards, I have to pull the card. This one, what do you call the most complex feature? It's about fund transfer. Okay, so I may think that it is the most complex user story, and I will give the user story 0.3, 13. Um, say for example, Priya thinks that it is complex, but it is 8, because I see 4 is more complex. If 4 is the more complex part, 4 will get user story 0.13, and below 13 there is only 8, and that's why she decides to give it to 8. Okay, again, Dipti says, okay, I would go with Rahul had given 13, because for me also it is most critical one. Again, uh, Bobby says, no, for me 1 is the feature which holds the highest critical, um, functionality. I will go ahead with the highest one. 2 I find is the second highest one, and 5 I find it as a third highest one. And if it is third highest one, what is the third highest one? 5. And what Bobby will do? Bobby will give the 5 point. Okay, now coming back to Priya will definitely agree with, I'm just giving an example, it is going to take 13 user story point. Now who is remaining? Dipti is remaining, right? Dipti goes with the public as well, and she said, yeah, 13. Now we will take the average of it. So there, how many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6 people are there. And how many user point we have? So I'll open the calculator so quickly, and that's the part of whom? That is going to be the part of Scrum Master. He will quickly bring the he will quickly bring what? He will quickly bring the calculation in front of everyone, that the total becomes 69 plus 8 plus 5 plus what? Let me repeat this. So it's a 52 plus 8 plus 5 divided by 6. So we find 10. So we cannot give 10, okay, because 10 is not in the Fibonacci series. Let me reshare my screen, and that will be more clearer to you, because in the screen share, what do you find? That I am also sharing what? And where did I lose my okay, I have lost the whiteboard, well, but share back. So what I did, I just calculated every single thing, okay, and we reached the average is coming 10.8333 something. Okay, what did I do? I just went ahead and I took these number together, divided by 6, and then I landed up with 10.88. Okay, and now closer to 10.88, which number is? Okay, which number is, and which is highest? That is nothing but 13 again. So that's why we agreed in one voice that user story number 5 will get the complexity 13, and now the same thing will be repeated with the remaining cards, and thus every single user story will get a user story point. So that's the one way to accept the strength of these user story. Are you with me so far, guys?
Yes, but I just have a quick question. So who is gonna give those points? The developer or the
every
tester?
every single person from their point of view.
Okay.
Okay, so
And the cards, and who's gonna take the cards out? The Scrum Master.
Yeah, so there are features. There is a product backlog item. So we are going to take out user story. The way is that on a projector in a boardroom, product owner may share the screen and he will
Mhm.
explain this is the user story 5, and it is talking about what it is talking about, fund transfer stuff. Okay, so there are total 5 user story we have to work upon. So he will talk, okay, this is the fund transfer, this is the view balance, and this is what, this is actually uploading the documents, and this is about inquiring the loan, and this is about viewing the loan balance or principal or loan statement or account statement, something like that. There are 5
Mhm.
features we are going to plan in this sprint. So he will talk about this. So these 5 items we are going to talk about, but first, it will appear in the same Kanban board. Okay, every single user story with one liner, you will find that it is written, and from there now you have understanding. It is talking about viewing dashboard, it is talking about viewing loan balance, and it is
Mhm.
talking about viewing account statement. I just changed the examples. Okay, and this is
Mm.
talking about fund transfer. Now you guys are clear with what these stands for, because you would be reading the statement here. I have just written the abbreviation, so everything is clear in front of you. Now 4 cards are in front of you in the Jira dashboard, and you have been give a number to every single user story. And you said that I will give this 5 number 5 user story, because when we'll come back, we may come back 1 2 3 4 5. Now it's me, product owner, I decided, okay, let's go with the last. Okay, so last, yeah, so how much point you will give Dipti said 13. Okay, accepted. How much story point you will give Gaurav says 8. How much story point you will give it to Rahul said 13. Thus we keep on taking up the answer from every single person. And since there were total number of participants were 6, we added all these 6 input and we divided by that, and we landed up on one common figure, that was 10.88. And then what is the highest closest number in the Fibonacci series uh, was 10 with 10.88 was 13, and thus we took the 13. And the same things will go, product owner will say, okay, we agree that this is the highest complexity complexity point earning user story, we park 13 for it. Now let's go to this view account statement, and let's start adding up your start adding up your story point, how much story point you will give. Then Priya will say any XYZ number as per her calculation or as per her gut feeling. Okay, if she understood that this is the complex one, she will bring the complexity number accordingly. Yeah, are you sensing what I'm telling? This is very easiest way. Okay, the easiest thing is that you need to understand this is the foundation. Okay, every sprint cannot be more than 21 days. Okay, so what is the total week you have decided that you need to understand in your organization? If your organization says that
Gaurav,
yeah, Rahul,
so
go ahead.
you said that a story point cannot be more than half of the length of the sprint, right?
Mm-hmm.
So half of the length of the sprint of 15 days would be 8, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So then you cannot have a story with story point 13 then.
Yeah,
Because
you are right, and you are right. So thank you so much for adding this up. So yeah, and that's the reason earlier it was written 8. I totally missed that. I was like into 30 days mode I went. Okay, so when it is 30 days, that time you can consider 13. Remember this. So why 30 days you can take? Because in some organization it goes for how many days? It goes for 4 weeks as well. So not more than 3 to 4 weeks. Any single sprint cannot go beyond 3 to 4 weeks, but 3 is the ideal one. And that's the reason initially it was written 8. But even if some organization takes that 1 month of a sprint, then that time you can go closer, that comes to 13, but not more than that. But what is the ground parameter to decide this? If if a sprint can be of 4 weeks, that is about how many days? 28 days. Then
Great.
highest user story point it may earn is 13. But in ideal situation, if it is 3 weeks only, then it has to be 8. Does it make sense? Why this variation happened? Did you get understood? So there were two numbers written earlier. It was 8, and then after that I rubbed that and wrote 13. What was the understanding played inside? The understanding played inside between 3 weeks and 4 weeks. When I say 3 weeks, that's the ideal figure. 4 weeks was that in general. Okay, some organization have worked for 4 weeks. One sprint went for 1 month as well. Okay, so did you get that why this variation arrived? Why earlier it was 8 days, then went to 13 days, then again it went back to 8 days? Because it's all about how much you are deciding the sprint duration should be. Is it making some sense, guys? Why this variation is appearing?
Yes.
I hope you are able to.
Yes.
Yes, Gaurav.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
I have a
Yeah.
question, Gaurav.
Yeah, Priyanka.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, like, that we have different user stories, and as you just explained that user story number
Priyanka,
5.
you are breaking up.
Yeah,
Oh.
Priyanka.
Okay, let me just adjust this. So can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now that's better. Yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So my question is, like, we have like 5 user stories in this example, and we picked up user story number 5 as, the most complex, and we gave the story points to it. So what happens if, like, we give like less story points to a particular user story? Like if we give like 2 or 3 points, so you still have the days left for the sprint, right?
Mhm.
So are we, like, that's the buffer days which we have. So do we use them, or the team goes on to the next sprint, as a fresh sprint, or we just use that buffer time for the next sprint? Is there a concept like that?
Okay, so let me bring a clarity over here. First, there is no concept called as a buffer time. Okay. So, and if there is a concept, that has never spoken. Okay, so and that's the reason we don't develop or design or test or deliver anything during the buffer time. So buffer time is given as an understanding purpose. As I said, this is unsaid understanding. Okay, no one will talk that I have added in my estimation 2 days of buffer time. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the unsaid truth. So
Okay.
that's the reason nothing is developed inside this thing, buffer time. And when we decide the estimation and we are giving the complexity point or story point to a single user story, what happens with the user story which earns the lesser story point? So for that, I will have to come on a philosophy. The philosophy in a project management says that take the complex part first, because the easiest will get done anyway. Yeah. So pick the complex part first, because the easiest will get picked up anyway. And that's the reason your initial level of focus goes to 13. It does not mean if it has earned only one user story point, it won't be considered. It will be considered, but it will be prioritized as the lesser point. Because what is happening when you are creating a ticket, you are giving the priority, to every single user story, to every single ticket. So when I said 13, it means that this user story point become the critical in the list of all the tickets. Okay, this
Yeah.
will become the highest or higher, okay, in the priority listing. This become medium in the priority listing, and this will become low in the priority listing, just for an example. And now these priority listing, critical, higher or high, and then medium, and then low, will help you to choose in sequence every single user story to develop, to test, and to deploy. Did it make some sense?
Yeah, it's clear now. Absolutely.
Yeah. So everyone is clear. Everyone got that clarity, guys. If clarity, just show me thumbs up, or if you have found,
Yes.
if it is aha moment for you, show me thumbs up. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
Gauraji,
Yeah.
but I do have one question.
Yeah, please.
So you said that the highest number would get the more complex one would be getting done first. So is it all the time that they go down the ladder, like the highest priority or the the more complex one, and then go down from there?
Okay, so now we are getting more towards the project management, but because you have asked, I'm going to answer. Okay, so see, the thing is what, we have a team, right, Priya? So we have a team and we have the variety of skill set. Okay, so it is possible that we have more than 2 QAs, we have more than 2 developers, we have what do you call, we have more than 2. Is it okay? I'll take a pause. I'll have to quickly bring a water bottle. I need to sip some water. Yeah, is it
Okay,
okay?
sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, go
Thank you
ahead.
so much. Just give me a second.
Till the time, I just want to utilize for the topic we just mentioned about buffer timing. So just try to remember this one thing, guys. Buffer time is not openly addressed or shared. If you remember a couple of sessions back, when we were talking about sprint planning, and someone had asked that how was sprint planning and does the team member gives the timing, the duration of a particular task to be completed, and we had explained you that a developer might say 2 days to complete a task. On top of it, that there might be 2-3 hours of buffer that he is having. On top of it, Scrum Master and product owner in conjunction will actually add a half a day or one day, depending on the complexity or the testing time, that would take, or whatever scenario they feel that this task might require. And then altogether, then 3 days or 3.5 days are conveyed to the customer, or they are added into the requirement list that way. So whenever we talk about buffer time, generally we do not talk about buffer time. It's like what Gauravji has said. It's a unsaid truth, or it's kind of like unwrapped thing that everybody has it, but nobody spills on it, because uh, that's that's the safe blanket you have for not breaking the deadline. Okay, so if we cross that, we are crossing the deadline and we are not meeting the expectation. So that's why it's like a buffer time. It's like a safe period additional given to you to continue your development or your delivery. Yes, Gaurav,
If we
over to you. I
develop,
just
Yeah.
thought I'll add something.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prerna ji, for adding the clarity. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
Bobby ji, were you saying something? I thought he just finished.
yeah, I was just saying that in case if we develop the habit of putting buffer time all the time, then we will think of adding buffer time after buffer time. There's no end to it. So, yeah.
Sometimes that happens by the junior level or by the developers. That is why we have our seniors and architects. They are very well aware of how much buffer has to be given. It's not that we just keep extending the deadlines. No, you
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
point. But then that's why we have SMEs, subject matter experts, we have architects, because they would know. For example, if you want to add few basic validations and someone says 2 days, they're gonna straight away scrap at the face. No, it's not. You're gonna do it in 5 hours or half a day. That's the maximum we can
Yes.
offer. So it generally doesn't happen. But in case if they feel like validating, that is why we have sprint planning meeting and all, right, where everyone's input is considered, and especially SMEs, architect or product owner, scrum master for that matter, or senior members in the team, they all contribute to it. So are we good on this?
Yes. Yes.
thank you so
Prerna, I
much.
have one example.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rahul, complete.
Yeah.
Both for you, Gaurav and Prerna, sometimes like you said a good point that SME says you can only do in 5 hours, but sometimes they, they overlook the capacity of other members too. Because I heard like, as I told about Juan Gomez, he's a very, talented SME. He said you can only do this 4 hours. Then the other people said, no, it takes time. So by a vote of count, he had to agree to 8 hours. So I think depends upon
That's
negotiation
nice.
also.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So
But
definitely, you have a very valid point. I mentioned when, for example, if the task is actually of 5 hours and a developer or a team is going for 2 days, then they have to validate. But then in case, as you said, your capacity or the team might be naive or less experienced, or they would actually require that much time, SME might have curbed the timing. Then yes, voting is a very good method where everybody is on there, they give their inputs, and yes, if it is that much, that time should be given, right? I'm just talking about when Bobby G had this query that okay, then people can have buffer time, they can have n number of buffers, and those are definitely not wanted in
Yes.
in agile scenario. So
And
yes,
I have also realized, whatever the time box we create on any project, other than this subject also, it's a human nature. If they are given time box, they normally finish within the time box. If we start giving extension, then they
yes,
start becoming complacent and this and then चलो यार सास भी कभी बहू थी देख लेते हैं फिर बाद में काम कर लेंगे
yes.
right,
No, you
right.
you have a valid point, but what happens, as I have been a project manager, I have worked with clients. What happens sometimes we have to give that benefit of doubts, as like for example today it was raining heavily, so people would, in a typical office scenario, if it is a working day, half of the people might not turn up because of the trains going underwater, or there can be some health issues at times. So these are like little unforeseen events which you have to account for, because then you cannot go back to client and say, oh, because of rains people didn't turn up, right?
Yeah.
So for that scenario, on senior level, you do have a little buffer. But as I told you, the buffer given by,
Prerna, your voice has gone.
oh sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was just highlighting on this point that at times the buffer added by the seniors, as in maybe the product owner or SMEs, that is not even conveyed to the junior team or the developer, only because they are asked to finish their deliveries in time. But in case of natural calamities, or today's example I was saying, if it was a typical office day, half of the people won't turn up because they just can't, trains stop running and whatnot, they just can't travel. So this is like the extreme situations, but on a senior level you have to have a little buffer. So in that case, if there is a less of resources available, still if you want to complete the activity, how well we can do that. Okay, so that is the reason when we even have a project plan per se, we add buffer, but that is generally not conveyed to everybody. That is the reason when we were talking about authority metrics, or information metrics, there are certain documents which are not shared by all, or which are not managed by all. Right, Gauravji? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, yes,
So
you are
that
right.
is the reason we have this visibility, what I would say, filters to everybody. As product owner and scrum master, to an extent, has complete visibility, but to the inside trading or inside, what I would say, planning is not shared by all, because then Bobby ji is absolutely right. People will get complacent. Arey, chalo, we have time, karte rahenge. But Agile definitely doesn't work on that. Agile is very strict on deadlines and timelines. This might happen in waterfall method, but then here we do not actually give a scope for that. Yes, Gaurav, I just wanted to add.
Yeah, thank you
Thank
so much, Prerna ji, for bringing so much clarity. And coming back to Priya's question. So, Priya, the thing is that you were asking about the lower story point user story. So, yeah, we will consider them as well, and we will keep them at last. But in case we have 2, 3, or more than two people in every single department, being dev, QA, or BA, what we will do, we can still parallelly assign the unattended user story. Okay, say for example, we have got the two say for example, in one sprint there are only two user story. So I'm just adding this, just give me a second to answer Priya's question. So user story 1 and user story 2, obviously one will gain the highest ranking, another will gain the lowest ranking. Okay, so what will happen? So can we only keep on working on the highest user story point, which has got the 8 point, and not on this which has got 3 points or 1 point? So in case we have a larger team, then both goes hand in hand. Okay, and their entire development will continue. But what will happen if we have sense that at the end we have a buffer time? So the moment we find that we have a buffer time, every single person, dev team will go in optimization mode and will see that whatever they have developed, if they can optimize that, they can clear some technical debts. Technical debts are, some line of codes which keeps on piling up because of trial and error, because they are developing towards something. So their goal will become that, clean the technical debts. Dev team will continue with that. BA will start optimizing the documentation. Okay, so they will work on that, and QA team will gain this opportunity to run more round of testing. Okay, and the more they will run the test, they will find that it is gaining with the lesser flaw and improved performances. That time QA team can come up with the performance as well, and there the everyone's attention will be grabbed. So we can utilize time in a different way, but this rarely happens. This buffer rarely happens, and in case happens, does it can be utilized. But yes, just to coming back to your question's answer, the two user story point with the higher and lower complexity point, the user story can be handed over to the team. So did I answer you, Priya, when I
Yes,
came back?
yes, you did, Gauraji. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. So yes, so that was, still now we are done with only one method, and we find there are more method. So this is the way to decide the priority, and that is called as story point or story sizing. Then there is a poker planning. In the poker planning, every single person, okay, sit around the table, and they have the cards, the physical card. In case they have no physical card and people are sitting on remotely, still they play the poker planning game. So in this poker planning game, what exactly happens? One card represents to what? Represent to the again user story, and on that every single person will punch in their estimate in terms of hours, how long they think it will take. And again, it is generalized, it took its average, and it is accepted accordingly. Again, in the poker planning, we don't give the exact hours. This is in general a ballpark figure. Okay, you think that it will take this much of time. Every single say for example, there are 3 QAs and 4 developers are giving their estimate for one feature, and average of that will be considered. So 4 developers, if they say that 6 hour, 4 hour, 3 hours, 2 hours, or 6 hour, 4 hours, or 6 hours and 4 hours, then the average of this, how much it would be, 20 divided by 4, 5 hours. 5 hours will be agreed upon. Okay, so yeah, so that's the again ballpark figure, and the same goes for testers. So for developer, this story sizing has taken the 5 hours, and for developers, this user story has taken 8 hours. The combination of both will become the 13 hours. Project management will add their 2 hours or 3 hours, that becomes the 16 hours, and that's how he will represent in front of the client that this user story will take 16 hours or something. When we talk about 16 hours, it means 2% days. Okay, but very be careful, very much be careful that nowadays the things are changing. You should not be or not advised to talk in terms of person days. Why? Because when we talk about person days, we do injustice with the hours, because in a day it may happen we ended up playing lot of part into meeting, and we did not work more than 3 hours, or we did not work actually more than 4 hours, and our half of the day went inside the meetings. So how we are going to do? 4 hours into the meeting, we have 4 hours, and we have said that okay, so this was considered 8 hours, and today 16 hours, and today I have worked 4 hours only. It means I still have how many days? I still have 1.5 days left. Otherwise, people will come to you and they said that it should be getting completed by tomorrow itself, because tomorrow is the another business day. Say for example, again tomorrow you end up finding yourself in a 5 hours of meeting, you still will be left with the 3 hours of work. So 4 and 3, 7 hours only. And now you will see that okay, you will stretch a little bit and you can complete still in the next 2 days. So in fact, this 16 hours of work, you found that actually you completed in 4 hours, which is still justifiable towards the management, because management knew that you contributed your hours more than 5 hours or around 4 hours in every single day, in every different and unique meetings, and you needed to work actually for 16 hours, from where you will bring the 16 hours, and from there the person power gets decided. Management decide upon adding the new person into the team, or informing about the actual time or actual time sheet, which keeps on floating towards towards the client from the management. And that's the reason it is always highly encouraged to give your estimate in terms of hours instead of what? Instead of days. Does it make some sense to you guys? Yeah. So even in case you are a project manager, you are listening to it, if it may sound aha moment for you, because the ancient or trending part had been bought only, people were talking in terms of percentages, 5%. Earlier it was used to be man days. So now it's somewhere led towards discrimination, gender discrimination, and that's why percentage came. And when the percentage came, so it is advised that you are working in terms of hour, so you have to be very much adhered with the hours and start giving your estimate in terms of hours instead of percentage. Okay, so that was the one key point which I wanted to mention, and that is in poker planning. Then come to t-shirt sizing. T-shirt sizing is one way, and it is not very commonly used way, but it still should better to know that. And thank you so much, Priyanka, for acknowledging that. So t-shirt sizing is about one user story can be smaller and large and XL and double XL. So this is how you decide the priority of the t-shirt sizing. Okay, and this is how you change the infrastructure of the infrastructure of the tickets. So you can put the t-shirt sizing inside your Trello. If you have enrolled to Trello, you can decide the 5 different user story. You can give them the sizes like we did into story sizing. It could be XL, double XL, small, medium, or something like that. So again, it's about defining its priority. Dot voting in the similar manner is defining the priority. So you see here, there are dots. So where you keep on voting that how much maximum dot one user story gets. So if it gets the more dots, it means the most prioritized user story that become. Then comes to the Delphi. So Delphi or Delphi is experience-based technique. So I'm going very faster on this. The intention behind that when I am sharing something, it does not mean that is only the thing. You need to go back and you need to do some of self-study, because within a 6 weeks of time or 8 weeks of time, we are giving you 8 years of experience. It's not only about telling you that what to do, what not to do, but also adding some also adding some experience to it. And in this flow, what happens, you end up experiencing some exercise. The exercise or workshop which is designed and coming to you, that has been already done with Rahul, with Dipti and Priya. But the good news is that they can redo it, and the more they will do it, the more master they will feel like becoming. And when is the opportunity for them to repeat it? So at the end of the business analysis track, which is going to get started from Monday onward, and it will hardly take more than a week or so. Okay, so when I came to the point, when I'm talking about Delphi experience best technique, here every single person judge the new feature from their past experience, and they decide, okay, so they divide the user story in various pieces. For example, we talk about a fund transfer. So when we talk about fund transfer, and product owner or business analyst or gives more clarity, that fund transfer, two feature we are going to develop. One in the self account in the bank, and one in the other bank. Okay, and that is totally we are choosing NEFT, not the RTGS or not any other way. So NEFT in some nation, it is also known as EFT, electronic fund transfer. So there are various way, ACH, NSCH. So various way we should be knowing. Well, when we will be doing business analysis track, that time also you will learn about the various domain, payment card, and banking and all, insurance, healthcare. So those things you will be end up listening about and knowing to them. So in case you are thinking of repeating this business analysis track, you can develop your own query if you are the repeater, and then get clarified on that. So from there you can get the clarity. So coming back to Delphi experience best, so what exactly happened when the moment you come to know about two thing, EFT is getting for same account inside the same bank and outside the bank is being developed, then you decide that in the similar kind of project there was in past, and I ended up creating a test cases and creating a line of codes, and as front end it took me XYZ dates, and XYZ dates means, say for example, 5 days, and the same thing I am sensing over here, it has come. So I will go ahead with the 5 days. Now when I'm talking about 5 days, in by and large both of the people on the test team and development team has given 5. So okay, 5 days will be given to them, and 3 days to tester, because they come up with the 3 days. But again, it should not be days, it should be 24 hours, as well as what, as well as 40 hours. So 40 hours and 24 hours, we don't have to combine them, we have to take the average of it. And why we have to not to combine them? Because we are not giving them extended in the same 40 hours. Even developer can work, and in the same developer 40 hours testers can work, right? And when we have agreed that okay, 32 hours is finalized, so in 32 hours there is a task for developers as well as a tester. And again, let me repeat, Delphi is nothing but the experience base, where you add up the hours based on your experience, based on in the previous projects you have worked upon. Okay, or in case you are totally fresher, what you can do is that you can think of any single stuff, like say for example, you did some birthday party. In the birthday party, you did a reverse planning. Okay, in that reverse planning, you estimated that designing inside the room or designing the backyard took for me around 6 hours. So you know that this kind of experience you had, and when it comes to testing and all, so accordingly the hours you can gain from those events, and you can put those hours. I know, I understand this is about the testing, this is about the technology, but decide that when you were doing a birthday party for your kid, and you're moving inside the backyard and decorating that, you went back ahead for the inspection thinking that everything is fine or not. Okay, and that part of revisiting took you not more than 10 minutes, right? but those part just to take you how much will take you as a tester or business analyst to review, it will also take you 10 minutes only, because you are seeing that every single ticket is marked pass or fail. Okay, so what you did, you check the status on, again it will also take you not more than 10 minutes. Okay, any questions so far, guys?
Gaurav ji,
Yes, just
I
give me a
think you
second, my
completely
phone has gone down, just give me a second. Yeah, now you ask.
lost me on the last few minutes. I'm not sure why.
Yeah,
You totally lost me on that.
yeah, my earphone was dropped, so I was not able to hear you, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I could not understand. I don't know about other people. I could not understand. So because I'm painting a real life scenario. Let's say someone was in banking and
Mhm.
he or she gets a job in a very technical field, like building, working on NASA. The ships, the rockets they are building,
Mhm.
and they have to test the space system,
Mhm.
and they don't have any SMEs.
Mhm.
So by coming from a very functional background to a very
Mhm.
technical background, where as you know, the rocket systems are so complex. Each you have so many dependencies, and they don't have SME. So
Mhm.
how by reviewing the birthday party, you said you did for your sons or daughters' backyard. How
Mhm.
can you relate that to
Okay, so
you have to be very detailed, because I really
yeah.
lost you on that. I
Okay,
couldn't
no
understand.
worries. And thank you for asking. Let me go back over here and thank you for asking this. So, what exactly happens? So, yeah. So, you are a kind of a person, now you are getting into IT, right? So, in IT, what exactly happens? Um, you here you compared with what? You compared one project with online project with the offline project, right? So, it's an online project and this is offline project. Okay,
So
so
you are
what
assuming that we are working on a rocket, very complex project, right? Right
are
now,
you
let's say.
do you want to take that example?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
okay.
NASA or some
Yeah, yeah,
defense agency.
fine. So let's understand that the NASA part is project online. Okay, and in the NASA part, what is going to happen is this: we are not going to test the launching part. Okay, we are going to test the technical area of the launching part, right?
Yeah,
Tech,
right.
the technical area of the launching pad, where we will test the integration and communication, right? Communication. Now the things, when we are talking about rocket launching or satellite launching, don't you think that do you think that will be really cumbersome part, but it should be system defined? Okay, it should be system defined. It will be working on the click of the buttons. Agree with me so far? I'm not
I,
talking about assembling part. I'm talking about the technical part. I'm not talking about bringing the cumbersome or huge what do you call huge machineries together, assembling that. I'm not talking about that. Okay, I'm talking about the technical communication part of that. Okay, I
yeah, I
don't
mean, how
know.
the systems are testing each other, how two systems are coming together.
Yeah, so for that, so what exactly happens, we take the models. Okay, in such cases we generally take the models. We don't take the exact stuff, exact object, but we take the models and we test the things with the models. Okay, and testing on the model once is a successful and giving you the success rate as towards the satisfaction, that time become towards the decision of redoing it on the actual object. Okay, so when we are talking about rocket launching or satellite launching, then everything has to be shadow boxed on models. Okay, there will be small models and the teams will be there and they will be working in the similar force and in the similar manner as if the real satellite is being launched. Okay, and again, every small integrator and every small what do you call capacitor, and every small what do you call it some zaps will be created. Zaps are nothing but the which combines the two different component together to communicate with each other. Okay, so every single things will be built and it will be tested for their communication. Okay, it will be tested for the communication. Once things are tested, okay, when it comes to review, how long it will take for an expert to review, where there are some checklist 1 2 3 4, he has to just review whether those are green or not. So for that, the actual tester will mark them as a green, as a pass. Reviewer has to revisit and he has to see whether the things are pass or not. That's it. So but actual job was done by the actual tester who was on the field, who was on the ground. I took this example from the birthday party. Why? Because on birthday party, the worker is someone else who was working on the ground in the backyard, and you were the reviewer. Okay, you were the reviewer, and what you did, you went ahead and you just checked and revisit if things are just green or not. So for this review, how long it took you? It did not take you more than 10 minutes. In the similar manner, when reviewer has to revisit the 10 green areas just to make sure these has been marked green as these has been marked as green or not, how long it will take it for reviewing purpose? If the actual work is done, you have to collate the status. It will not take more than 10 minutes or not more than a day, depending upon the size of the actual work. Okay, where you have to just collect whether the things are green or not, whether checklists are green or not. And that's why from there I was just comparing. Okay, just give you the gist how exactly works. But again, it's a total different work. The offline world will be totally different. But just to give you the idea how things may work, just try to understand how long review will take. So for that, you can give the status. Say for example, when you are a new reviewer and I asked you that how long do you think for it will take to review. You are totally new into this, but how you can do, you have been buddy up with the another person, and he has given his answer. Okay, so for me it has taken 5 hours for reviewing this particular done task. I think 5 hours will be the key. Now you are going with your intellect to understand why this guy has given 5 hours. So 5 hours requires there are 3 such area which requires to thorough inspection, where you are going to physically pull some area and test it whether and now coming back to the different level of testing, where say for example some manufacturing unit is there, or some object has been assembled. Say for example, computer has been assembled and ready to ship. So in a shipping unit, what is going to happen just before assembling, what the person is going to do is going to check the durability. He will just try to pull the boxes or the frame of the computer and see it is not immediately breakable with the small push or something like that. So for every single item, for every single unit and object, there will be a different level of verification and different level of inspection, and those different level of inspection will be answered in terms of estimation by altogether a different set of reviewers. And that's why the result may vary. Not necessary if a person is giving 5 hours in review, you also will give the 5 hours. So best, it will again based on your understanding. For fresher, if they come up with that, okay, I think it will take 3 hours. Okay, and if you are budding him up, so you are talking about your experience, you also represent the breakup. It's not only about talking and telling, it's also about why you are doing this, why you are giving them. So you give them the breakup. Okay, I did in the past so and so type of project where test case writing or designing or color coding took me these hours and this hour. And fresher, you will means a project manager generally sense that why he is not in position to give that, or in case now coming back to the reality, in case you find yourself that you are totally fresher and you are not able to justify, so you can say that I will vote as per my peer, so I'll support him for 5 hours because he is telling from his experience, and I will take his experience as a benchmark. Does it
Okay.
sound? Yeah. Yeah.
But assume, let's say everyone is a fresher.
No,
then what will
no,
happen?
no, nothing. It cannot ever happen that I am going to include everyone as a fresher. Okay. Because it disbalances the team, right? So in any project, an experienced person is required, right? And when we are taking say for example, there is no project requirement and let's start the project with the total freshers one, it means we have brought them on this what do you call, we have brought them on a pilot project or something like that, where less demand is there, but only product owner who is the who holds the experience, then that may go on the toss, that that project won't get the justification. Okay. And only
The stakes are very high.
yeah.
Stakes are very high.
And
Same like Indian cricket team, you cannot afford to launch two cricketers, new cricketers, more than two at the most at a time.
and it could be
So
only
it's a process.
internship program, and it could be only
Yeah.
internship program for them, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm,
it never happens, Rahul, in reality. But in case at all, if I'll take you as the okay, whatever you are saying, it has happened in the past, so it will end up paying a really high. Okay. So yes, so that's your
If at
answer.
all we manage to complete it.
Yeah, if at all we manage to complete it. That's a good point though. Yeah.
What
So
did he
Delphi,
say? What did he say? Won't be measured, managed to come.
No, I'm saying if all are the newcomers, then there's a chance that if at all we'll be able to complete it.
yeah, so the
That depends.
yeah, completion part may go on toss. Yeah, so always remember, if you are becoming a product owner, then you have a highly skilled team. Okay, highly skilled team, that's the key. And when a fresher comes in, he undergoes some training, right? He works on some intern items, it works on some smaller projects which adds up some experience to him. Then he is brought into some high volume project, so he has to undergo some experience. In reality, everyone has to undergo some experience.
Yeah,
It may,
especially at NASA, where costs are very high stake and rockets are very
yeah.
costly, and every system has to be
Yeah.
checked.
Yes, so that has to undergo with means a different learning curve altogether, which adds up into the experience as well. Okay, so Delphi is very tricky one, which comes and backed by the experience. Okay, which never ever have ever satisfied anyone, but still it has only satisfied. Okay, why I made that a statement? Because everyone adds up the experiential hours into that, and we end up completing the journey of project achievement through Delphi technique only. But yeah, so initially everyone will disagree with everyone. Oh, no, it won't take 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. But only it has led towards the finishing line. So did I clear it? Yeah, Rahul, did I answer you well?
Yeah,
Thank
to
you,
some extent,
Bobby.
yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you work on this on deeper and deeper, and yeah, so more you will add up through Delphi, you will find you are becoming more finer onto it. Okay, so Delphi is the key. Yeah, Bobby, you were telling something, you are on mute.
I'm so sorry. I do realize we're getting too late today. The things like we are using the buffer time today.
Yeah, thank you so much for bringing this up. I realized that, and since it is last day, so even I did not stop it. So okay guys, so we have come to
just
the
one
end.
question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I have just one question, which see in Agile we have got 4 ceremonies like product backlog, planning, sprint backlog, development.
Those are not
uh,
ceremonies.
uh,
Sorry to interrupt. Those are not ceremonies.
yeah,
We
yeah,
have
yeah.
sprint
not
planning.
ceremonies.
We have sprint planning. We have sprint retrospective. We have sprint review and daily scrum. Those are 4. Yeah.
Yes. And then where does the deployment come in picture?
So deployment is not part of the ceremony. Deployment is the part of. So it is the last game. So this is the part of project life cycle. So this just happens the moment your sprint review is done. Okay, sprint review is done. The green has been given. Now the DevOps team has given the instruction. Okay, now ship it. Now deploy it, and they get back.
Now deploy it and then goes to the stage and all. Okay, now I got it. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So any question, guys? I know I took really longer today.